Saturday evening, South Carolina weather watchers. Hopefully, everyone had a fantastic Saturday. I'm your host for South Carolina Weather, Jesse Peterson, and let's talk about the weather for your Saturday evening going into your future. Looking at the radar right now, we do have some rain that's going on up here inside the PD region of South Carolina, Hartsville, over there towards Conway, Myrtle Beach, North Myrtle Beach, just off the coast, and also some rain that's going on the South Carolina, North Carolina border in Horry County. And as we continue on, here is the MRMS as we get into winter weather. You can see here that we do have a bunch of stuff going on right now. We do have some rain going on up here inside the west, the northwest. Also up here in the northern and South Dakota, North and South Dakota, and Nebraska as well. The northern plains receiving some rain. Texas receiving some rain. Missouri, Arkansas seeing some rain. Some flooding going on in Tennessee, Tennessee, Alabama, and Georgia. Also, some rain going on down there in southern Florida and off the coast of South Carolina and North Carolina. We do have some rain over there, and you can check out the cloud cover for the regions right now. As you can see now, that rain is pretty much bringing some cloud cover all the way up there inside the PD region, and also just some other clouds as well. That's not even associated with rain. Also bringing rain to places like the upstate, Midlands, PD region, but the low country is looking good. Not really a cloud in sight. Here is our cloud cover total percentage. As you push this forward, cloud cover pretty much stays around the same. It's going to be, again, widespread. Not really too much in terms of, like, completely covered, but still definitely mostly cloudy out there. Even as you get into like tomorrow afternoon, still will be pretty cloudy out there. Here's our current temperature: 77 in Columbia, 77 in Charleston, 75 in Myrtle Beach, 75 in Florence, 77 in Sumter, 75 in Greenville, Spartanburg, and Rock Hill, 77 in Anderson, 77 in Augusta, 75 in Winsboro, and 77 in Walterboro, Moncks Corner. Here's our low temperatures for tonight. Around 68 in Columbia, 68 in Moncks Corner, 74 in Charleston, 69 inside Georgetown, 70 in Myrtle Beach, 66 inside of Cheraw, Dillon, 68 in Florence and Sumter, 65 inside of Rock Hill, 65 in Greenville and Spartanburg, 66 inside Lawrence, Anderson, and Greenwood, 68 in Aiken, and 69 in Orangeburg. Here's our forecast precipitation for the next 24 hours. You can see that mainly that rain is going to be near the coastal regions, as we can see maybe a good 1 to 2 inches possible inside of Charleston County, coastal Charleston County. Maybe even a half an inch to an inch possible in Charleston, Hilton Head Island. Tenth of an inch to a quarter of an inch possible in Moncks Corner. Quarter of an inch to a half an inch possible in Georgetown. Quarter of an inch to a half an inch possible inside Myrtle Beach as well. Sumter, hundredth of an inch to a tenth of an inch. Same thing with Orangeburg and Barnwell. And up there in the upstate, we do have a threat for maybe some rain up there as well. And as you go into the SPC outlook, you can see here that we do have a chance for some thunderstorms as we move through the next 3 or so days. Here's tonight. Tonight, still have that TSTM for the entire state. Same thing for tomorrow, but just for the low country and for the coastal PD region. And then day 3, Sunday. No, that's Monday. Monday, we do have a threat for some more thunderstorms as we get into the low country and coastal PD regions again. So that is that. Let's go on and talk about excessive rainfall as we get into day 1 tonight. Only for the PD region, for like coastal PD region, Georgetown and Horry counties. And as you get into day 2, nothing for day 2. Day 3, we do have a marginal risk of excessive rainfall that goes all the way for the eastern portions of South Carolina. As you get into day 4, nothing for day 4 and nothing most likely for day 5. So that's pretty much that in terms of excessive rainfall. Let's talk about the models real quick. If we go up here to the HRRR, and we're going to go to the 18Z, you can see as we move towards 9 o'clock p.m., showers, downpours continuing as we go through tonight. Showers and downpours over there near Myrtle Beach continuing. Even as we get to around 8 and 9 o'clock in the morning, showers, downpours still continue. Georgetown, Moncks Corner, down there towards downtown Charleston as well at around 3, 4 o'clock p.m. as well. Georgetown, Myrtle Beach still receiving that heavy rain even as we get to around 7, 8 o'clock p.m. tomorrow. As we get into around 11 o'clock p.m., seems to be those showers and downpours still continuing throughout the state. And this is the low pressure that we're watching for, which most models have it going up towards North Carolina now. But definitely something that we're going to have to watch for, as all of this rain is going to fall. And if you look at rain totals for the next 48 or so hours on the HRRR, it still has a good 2 inches possible near Myrtle Beach, maybe 2 to 2.5 inches possible in Georgetown, maybe even an isolated 3 to 4 inches possible near the coastal Charleston County. Charleston, maybe around half an inch to an inch. Columbia, not much. Same thing. The Midlands are not going to get much. Florence, maybe even around 3/10 to 4/10 of an inch. But again, not much, unless you're near the coast. If you're near the coast, then you might have to worry about some minor flooding. But right now, it just seems to be really just a threat for the coastal regions, and nothing really else for the inland regions. Speaking of the tropics, let's talk about the tropics right now. So here we do have Tropical Storm Gordon, right now 45-mile-per-hour storm, and this has turned completely north almost. It's going to go west, but then it's going to turn completely north. Just not really going to be a threat to us at all. So Gordon, I would kind of just going to like drop off the radar real quick. One thing that I will not drop off the radar is Disturbance 1 over here, where we do have a 50% chance for some tropical development. Right now, it is in a code orange. A non-tropical area of low pressure is expected to form during the next day or so along a frontal boundary a few hundred miles off the southeastern United States coastline. The system could gradually acquire some subtropical or tropical characteristics afterward over the warm waters of the Gulf Stream, and a subtropical or tropical depression or storm could form in the next couple of days. While the system moves generally northwestward towards the coast, additional information on this system can be found in products issued by your local National Weather Service forecast office. So right now, a 50% chance of this thing forming within the next 48 hours, but a 50% chance in the next 7 days. So it has an equal chance of forming through the next 48 hours than it does in the next 7 days. So pretty high there. And let's see what it looks like on satellite right now real quick as we move on over there. You can see it right here, as it pretty much just tries to, or is this Gordon? No, this is Gordon right here. Okay, so no, this is what Gordon looks like right here. Again, not really showing too much of an eye wall right now, kind of a bit disorganized. It's trying to do something, but it's not really doing the best at it right now. So this is Tropical Storm Gordon right here out there in the far Atlantic. And I don't think that they have it as an invest yet. They might. Actually, no, here it is right here. Invest 95. Here it is right off the coast of South Carolina and North Carolina right now, as it is definitely causing some rain, and it is definitely causing some honestly gusty winds as well. You could feel it inland as well, especially in like the coastal regions, maybe even like pretty much the entire state of South Carolina has been pretty gusty as we go through today. And since this is out, I can actually go over the models for it. Here is the intensity guidance. Right now, not a lot. Most models are saying that it's going to peak at a tropical storm, but then it's going to gradually go back down and become a tropical depression and pretty much die. But there's one model that's kind of interesting, which I think that this model right here, the NNIC, thinks that it will pretty much stay offshore and won't go inland at all and go up towards New England, which I've seen some models say that. But the most accurate, or the most likely one, is where it becomes a tropical storm and then it cuts into North Carolina. And there are some that are saying that it won't even become a tropical storm, just tropical depression. But like I said, likely scenario, tropical storm goes up towards North Carolina. And if I was to make a prediction, that's what I would say. And then here's the GEPS right now. There's a couple of models that are also saying that it's going to go to South Carolina, as well as like a tropical depression, and some saying a weak tropical storm up there towards Wilmington, North Carolina, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. But again, like I said, most up there towards North Carolina. Here's the GFS right here, which all of them are saying in South Carolina, except for maybe one or two. And then that's the intensity guidance. We just talked about that. So we'll talk more about that tomorrow night. But let's go on and just see what this model right here has to say. So we can go actually to the HWRF, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I can't check it out. Okay, I think I have to wait. So actually we'll skip out on that. We'll just instead talk about the future. So looking down here at the southeast, the time is at your top right portion of your screen. Is at the top right portion of your screen. So if you do want to check it out with the time. So this is what the GFS says. Again, has it going up there towards Myrtle Beach. Probably has a tropical storm reading, some rain, definitely. And then as it goes pretty much outward, up towards North Carolina and Virginia, definitely still causing some rain up there, even in the northeast. Some showers, storms right behind it, going into, that's probably not even too much even associated with it. It might pull some moisture, that might be what it is, but that's going to cause some moisture as we get into around the 19th-ish. And then even continuing as we get through the 21st, then we'll see a bit of a more quieter period as we go through the 22nd, but then the 23rd, 24th, and then we do have a little storm down there near Cuba as well. That's going to become, seems to be almost close to a major hurricane. Again, this is the 18Z. This is 300 hours out. This is guaranteed not going to happen, but it has a pretty much another hurricane going up in the exact same area where Francine went, which if that was to actually happen, that would be very unlucky that they get two hurricanes back to back in the same area of Louisiana. So that's, again, not going to talk too much about that because that is way too far out to talk about. The thing that I'm most concerned about is this system that might make landfall to North Carolina or South Carolina. It's a roll of the dice right now. We're just going to have to wait and see what happens because it could be either one. It can be either one. It can either be up there in Myrtle Beach or it can be, like I said, again, in North Carolina somewhere. So let's go and let's talk with the audience. If you want to be a part of the audience, you can by joining us at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. So here's the audience right here. Only 3 chats tonight. Not a problem. Push this over here. My cousin Thad said, good evening, Joseph. I hope all is well. Beautiful weather here in Central Texas. That is great. Trail says, hi, Joseph. Hello. And then Ms. Tolliver says, good evening. Nice humid day at my house. That is, what is it? Humidity's at 91% right now. So yes, it is definitely humid out there as you get into even tonight as well. So definitely was humid today as well. So let's go on and let's talk about San Antonio, Raleigh, and then we'll be out of here for tonight, most likely. So here, this is, we're going to move on over here. We're going to get out of the HMON. We'll move on over here towards San Antonio, and then let's go on and get this started. This is the wrong model run. Supposed to be on the 18Z, not that. Alright, so as you push this forward, showers are possible even as you get to around like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. Mainly just some droplets of rain, maybe a little shower may try to pass by. And then we'll continue down there to your south, but that's really the only rain that you'll see during the next 48 hours, and it's going to be while you are sleeping, so definitely not going to impact any of your day plans or anything like that you have. But as you go into temperatures as well, let's check this out. Wait for this thing to load. Let's make sure that everyone is hitting the like button right now. We have 6 people in here and 6 likes, so everyone has so far. So let's continue to push this forward as we get through to around 9 o'clock-ish. Going to the future, low temperatures seem to be around 76 for tonight. High temperatures around 99 seems to be for tomorrow for high temperatures. Those hot temperatures are making a return. And then low temperatures tomorrow going into around 73. High temperatures going to around 93, 94 as you get into your Monday. And then as we move over here towards Raleigh, North Carolina, move this over here. Low temperatures seems to be around 67. High temperatures tomorrow only around 78. Low temperatures tomorrow night at around 66, and then high temperatures going to around 69 going into your Monday. Talking about precipitation, most likely you will see rain because of the low pressure that's obviously to your southwest or southeast right now. And I mean, just continuing it forward, again, just seems to be some shower activity, downpour activity as you go into tomorrow. Probably most likely like tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, and even as you go into your Monday morning and your Monday afternoon as well. And just to show you one more time, here's the low pressure, like right here ish, somewhere right here where my mouse is. And then it's just going to bring a lot of rain. So a lot of totals, or a lot of rain, I should say, is possible, especially up there inside North Carolina as well, which we already have a slight risk of excessive rainfall for up there already. And we have marginal risk in as well for day 3. Speaking of excessive rainfall, let's talk about excessive rainfall for Raleigh and San Antonio. Then we'll talk about severe weather. So here is day 1 right here. Nothing for day 1, day 2, day 3. Raleigh does have a minor risk for some flooding on Monday and Tuesday as well. San Antonio, no risk at all. As you get into the SPC outlook, nothing for day 1 or day 2 or day 3 or day 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nothing expected. So that's pretty much that. Here is your last look at your radar if you wanted to check it out. And that's pretty much all that we have for tonight. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Again, 250 by September 26th. That's where we need to be at. Make sure that you share it with anyone that you have not shared it with yet. And if you know somebody that has not subscribed as well, please let them know as well. But that's pretty much all I have for tonight. So everyone have a fantastic rest of your Saturday evening, and I'll be back tomorrow evening with another forecast updates because I do not do forecast updates on Sunday mornings. So everyone have a fantastic evening. I'll be back tomorrow. Hey, hey.